But lies have been told before to me. I don't know how to egg on this whole thing. This is stupid. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Channel. There it is.
All right.
Whew. That was the one thing that I did want to switch about this, though. I wanted to put Death Beam on my square instead of my triangle, and Perfect Flash on my triangle instead of my square. But that's fine. I'll just have to remember, and yeah, just yeah. Just do a little bit better next time.
All right.
Jack. I see a nice looking man and Mickey Mouse. Well.
Mickey Mouse.
Talking
about my hat?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's not a Mickey Mouse. It's a squid.
Yeah. He got that squid hack on. You might as well call him an inkling.
Yep. I think it's from the game Songs of the Deep.
Okay. I can see that.
Saw the hat. I was like, hey, that's cool.
Yugi here, and that ain't gonna make me feel any better about myself. And
Heavy dose of Dark Magician.
nah, that's gonna be a heavy dose of Slifer whenever they drawing cards.
Trump card. He's got Cypher
Good grab. Insane damage.
粉砕するぜ俺のターン粉砕するぜこれが俺の切り札オシリスの天空竜
I'm pretty sure he did it exact right now too.
オシリスの攻撃サンダーフォールそこだドロー俺のターン粉砕するぜ外したか甘いぜ行くぞ隙あり隙ありドロー粉砕するぜ終わりだ
Yeah, I miss.
余裕だ
Nah,
ぜ
look out. That's fine.
That was close.
I guess. Haven't really fought a Yugi.
外した
Nice combo you have on your character.
It's just it's the basic.
これが俺の切り札オシリスの天空竜
I mean, he's just trying to rack up the damage real quick. Yugi does the most original, but if I fall, like I keep doing, it doesn't matter.
隙ありまだまだブラックマジシャンドロー光のご風景何したブラックマジシャンドキな終わりだぞブラックマこっちだ奥の手だドローくらえ攻撃表ブラックマジシャンせや隙ありくらえドロー光のご風景 まだまだどうだ奥の手だこれからだぜブラックマジシャンここだ攻撃を邪魔だぜ逃がさないでそこだブラックマジシャンそこだこれで行くぜ隙あり行くぜブラックマジシャン
Jeez. Annoying strength.
吹き飛ばすぜブラックマジシャン
Addition was like comics.
貴様に指図されるまでもない。
そこだそりゃでこっちだどうだくらえブラックマジシャンなんだ甘いぜ隙あり行くぜブラックマジシャンブラックマジシャンそりゃ行くぜそこだブラックマジシャン行くぜこれでどうだ隙ありくらえこれでどうだ
I can zoom too. See how freaking annoying that is.
行くぜブラックマジシャン外したかなんだとそこだブラックマジシャン隙あり隙ありとどめだそこだこれでそこだ行くぜ
貴様に指図されるまでもない。
奥の手だ終わりだ
Sorry. I'm like 80% sure you're dead.
Oh, yeah, you're done. Nice.
Jerk. Yeah. So take that, you. Whoever you were. I'm just gonna call people by what their character names are. So yeah, evil Yugi. I have to call them evil versions of what they are because I could also be that character one day. Except for Blackbeard. Blackbeard can just be Blackbeard. Because he's trash no matter what.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like his character. And not, I mean, I don't even mean that in terms of this game. I just don't like Blackbeard as a character in One Piece, period. Like,
Okay.
dastardly little piece of crap.
With that being said about One Piece, how you feel about the DLC for Water Law?
Oh, that's right. Trafalgar. I completely forgot that he was part of that DLC. Actually, let me go ahead and cut back. He is going to be the most broken character in this game. If they make him anywhere near like what he can actually do, he is the most broken character. It's not even like debatable.
How do you think his moveset's gonna be in the game playstyle?
I don't know. Like, to be honest, he is not a One Piece character that I ever would have thought would have had a shot at being. I would never put him in a fighting game. Like, his moveset doesn't make sense. Like, because if y'all don't know what Law can do, basically he can he has what's called the op fruit, which allows him to basically make one second, this ghost is gonna act crazy real quick.
Now,
Bye, Goku. Anyway, he has a thing called the op fruit, which allows him to basically make a like energy operating room that takes the shape of a sphere wherever he. So cool. Oh, that was nice. If you actually meant to do that, that was nice. If you actually meant to do that, I'm pretty sure I countered him, but okay. No, he's one of the most broken One Piece characters in like the whole show. He's only definitively been beaten once, as far as I'm concerned, and the way they did it was basically in the same way that Akainu beat Ace, where it was just like they came up with something just to basically try and say that he would lose. But if it were up to any actual situation, he probably wouldn't have lost that fight.
Gotcha.
And Luffy had to look good in order to like beat that actual villain. Nah, damn, why did I... That was nice. But in like a normal situation, I would always let him know. There's not very many people who can win.
Oh, he's got Spirit.
Try to hit me with that counter, didn't you? Okay, I had stopped, y'all. I promise you I had stopped. But it didn't even press the button anymore. It's fine, I guess.
Dang, that's not right.
Okay. Well, alright then. But yeah, basically, and the way that his power works is the most BS example of it that I've ever seen in One Piece, where basically he can create a sphere around himself and then arrange things however he wants them to be. So he can like remove part of your body and replace it with something else. He can take your heart out of your body and just like keep it for himself. Because his ability just happens that he can swap positions with people inside of the room. So like and which is what he calls it, room, whenever he uses the ability. He's taken the heads off of people that he's fought and replaced them with cannonballs so that the cannonballs explode like on their bodies, but the heads are still sentient because he used his power on it. He's a nuts character. He's like, I would never put him in a fighting game. Like, whoever made that call, I gotta top my hat off to you, because Law is like one of my favorite characters in all of One Piece. I think he's a really cool dude. I'm super excited to see him. I would never have put him in a fighting game. That, like, the very idea of that would never have crossed my mind. Because it's just, everything that he can do is just ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. The only definitive loss that he took was to Doflamingo. Because, which is one of the main villains in One Piece, if y'all didn't know who he was. But he had something called the string fruit, so whenever Law would piece him apart, he could just string himself back together, was their answer as to why he could, like, he was just a complete mismatch, and there was no way that he can lose. Oh, I know what his ultimate is going to be. It's going to be the move that he tried on Doflamingo that couldn't win, where he just shuts down your organs if the blade hits. Because it's just, yeah, like, it's just like he can.
Wow.
Like, Law is not like a character that you just like. You can throw Zoro and Sanji around because it's like they're whatever. They're cool characters. Don't get me wrong. Zoro and Sanji are like overpowered in One Piece as they are as characters, but they're not just straight broken. You can put them in there, and they've taken L's in One Piece. Like, definitively before. Law, on the other hand, Law, I don't know. I don't know what y'all were smoking when you thought you would put Alright, y'all saw me mid combo get like uppercut, right?
貴様に指図されるまでもない
Alright, I'm just making sure that we all saw the same thing. Because I was.
He got you in midair.
Dude, that was a good move.
貴様に指図されるまでもない
That you did. Ooh, heavy. Ooh, that was a good mix. You gonna do your ultimate, so I don't have to worry about it. Good.
行くぞ
暗いな。おろおろおろおろおろおろ。当たるとやばいか。まだだ。
行くぞ
Dead? Yeah, there we go. Okay.
You can look like
Look, believe me, friend. I will run the clock down if I have to. Don't make me do. He said I forgot how much yelling is in this game. Oh, that's Gear Vegeta. Yep. Now hold on a second. Simmer yourself.
暗いな。スタープラッシュだ。行くぜ。オラオラオラ。サマクロは俺のスタンドだ。
I'm about to say, if you're gonna be here, that's I ain't gonna be having none of that order. Not from him.
貴様に指図されるまでもない
暗いな。邪魔だ。
貴様に指図されるまでもない
聞いてないぞ。隙あり。
行くぞ貴様に指図されるまでもない
using your support mix it up.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to keep. If I were really wanting to like win, I would keep switching out characters so that I can like face, my boy and his light powers and his light abilities. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm saying. So like, I'm not the losses. They get to me. Those are actually the only losses that I've had online. So the losses today are the only losses that I've had online so far.
That's good.
Since the game started, not since in general, but because the beta was a totally different story. But I did actually win most of those matches too. But
you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I get in terms of showcasing my dudes and the abilities that they have. I try not to take significant L's. But yeah, Jack, there's a lot of yelling in this game. You got all the anime pro tags in here, and not all of them, but obviously, but it's just you got a good portion that be hitting them vocals.
I think the most you would get out of them vocals is Deku's when he's getting hit.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like it's deep, like.
Because, I don't know, Kenshiro and Jotaro and Dio are in this game, so they get pretty... And Asta is in this game. They all get pretty loud.
Goku too.
True. Goku be getting up there. You look almost cool, but then you have that shirt cape. And I'm just looking at you like, oh boy. Like extra, but I give you you match it. So,
俺が相手だ
can't block him there. Cool.
俺が相手だ
Oh, alright. That was smart, I guess. But you did not help whatsoever.
Oh, I see.
Because you gotta be having communication errors. Okay, oh, no. First of all, you ought to feel ashamed of yourself for trying to get me with that. That's all good to Vegeta.
Is that move from pt2?
Yeah, it's Caillou. Bungee gun. Oh, it did. Wow, I didn't think it was strong enough to kill you. Well, my B, dude. No. Why?
I also wonder if them adding blue to as one of the DLCs.
He's now. I'm not happy about him.
You think they're gonna put all three as like a transformation thing, or just gonna have one?
No, they're gonna have one and just make it whatever. And I bet it'll be good.
You don't like Kid Buu?
No.
I think he's cool.
I know he's your favorite DVD villain, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know, I just like his speed and tempo. A little bit Pokemon packs a punch.
Well, you know how I feel about the Blue Arc in its entirety. Like, that whole thing can go somewhere.
Hopefully, turn and keep it chocolate.
Oh, miss.
I don't know, I like his moves. I feel it fits perfect for jump kicks.
Like, I can definitely see it. I don't know if I'd be, like, I don't know. I'll put it that way. I can see that he can fit. I just don't think I'll be happy with the results of what we did.
I got you.
Like, I know for a fact that Law is gonna be broken, and I'm shuddering to think about how he would be. Although, like, my thing is that with Boo, you could do cool stuff. It's just no one ever really does take advantage of, like, what he could do as a character. A lot of people just make him super standard and just give him whatever moves they saw in the show, and then that's it. But I'm like, I feel like anything that incorporates Boo has to incorporate the absorption aspect of him to, like, work really well. But like, I understand that, like, for balance purposes, like, that wouldn't be fair, but, like, it's a big part of what his character was. But all they gonna do is give him some stretchy things where he can hit you from far away. They gonna give him that Majin Kamehameha, some type of, he turns people into candy, and
that death bomb he does.
Yeah, the single-handed
beam thing.
energy ball, and then maybe the ill rain, which is that thing that he does where he just sticks his hand up and shoots like a bunch of energy bolt, and then it just flies down and rains down on somebody. Like, it's rinse, wash, and repeat.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, who from DBZ would you consider could have been a DLC besides Boo if they took out Boo, or even
I would have chosen people from Super. I would have put in Hit.
Yeah,
maybe.
I can see Hit. Hit could be one.
I would put in.
Do you think Jiren could have made it?
I don't like Jiren in games. I'll be 100% honest. I'm in the camp that thinks Toppo should get into stuff before Jiren, just because I think that he's more of a fair character. Like,
he's built for it.
He's built for it, and he's a more interesting character. I don't like that Jiren is just like a powerhouse that, like, no, I mean, he deserves praise. This is like he was the final antagonist for Super so far, but just didn't have any personality to him other than just being an extremely strong beat stick. And I'm just like, okay, well, I don't really need a beat stick in a video game. I don't have anything against him in terms of like the character of what he was for Super, because I think he was exactly what they needed for Super. I know there are a lot of people that's just like, I don't like the way they depicted him and blah blah blah. He's just blah blah blah. He didn't add anything. All right, well, y'all stuck through Boo, so look, whenever somebody complains to me about like Dragon Ball Super, I always got to go back to them and be like,
the Boo Saga.
The Boo Saga. If y'all stuck through the Boo Saga, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Especially when people come and tell me they like GT was better than Super. I was just like, which part? There are so many people that are just like, oh yeah, GT, it's the better show. I don't want to say that Super is canon. GT was canon to me, and I'm just like, GT.
I saw the first season of GT, I thought it would be good when Goku got that theme and stuff, but I didn't care much for it. I felt there was a lot more in Super than GT. Like, the story was better.
Yeah, because there was one. I've got no goodwill when it comes to the GT, because man, like, y'all, the only good arc is the baby stuff, and that's over and done with real quick. First of all, it takes forever to get into. Like, it's a good like 30 or 50 episodes before Baby actually does his arc and stuff in the first place. Secondly, then after it's done, we got what came next? Hell 17 or Super 17, which is the dumbest thing. I was just like, how in the world they get it?
Wow.
Nah, I won already. And like, I put the hits in. Concede on me, man. Look,
dang.
Out here, look.
Dang.
Must have been a GT like. Must have been a GT fan.
That's heard that hate of GT.
I feel bad because I wasn't even like super paying attention. I was channeling my hatred of GT, but then we get into Super 17, which is, can y'all even really tell me what happened in that arc other than like, you know, some people broke out of hell?
I don't think
Goku fought a fusion android of a 17 that was made in hell and the 17 on Earth out of nowhere. I'm just like, how in the world did they even sync that mess up between? It don't even matter. Super 17 was dumb. Oh, and Piccolo decides to stay in hell for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, man, he decides to stay in hell to like watch over. I was just like, man, Piccolo, you ain't done mess with, I don't know when. But, so, he decides to do that. Then we get the Shadow Dragon arc, and all y'all want to talk about is Nova and Omega Shenron. But y'all don't want to talk about the other 5 Shenrons that were the majority of that whole arc.
So what I'm hearing is that did a good thing not to watch the entire stuff.
No, because it's trash. And people, like, I've never heard people argue for trash like they do for Dragon Ball GT. It don't make no sense to me. It's like, why you don't argue to make things worse? Like, I'm not gonna say the Super was perfect. Like, we all saw flaws there, but if you're gonna try and tell me that, yeah, it won't better than GT, like, that's just a lie. It'd be hard.
That's cool. I like that. The animation for that, nicely done.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, okay.
貴様に指図されるまでもない。
Good job, Kakashi. Oh, hey! I counter. You did not follow it up. Look, I can hit you from a distance, believe me. Oh, you ain't gonna get lucky twice, bro. I don't know who you thought you was playing with, but you ain't gonna get lucky twice on me. Did you? Did you quit
didn't do
too?
that.
Or did the communication off? Okay. Okay. That's
Count that as a conceded too.
Well, it didn't say it, so I don't know if I can count it. But
Because he was getting.
I'm counting it as my dub because
That's
I got the first round, and I was whooping Heine down that second round. So look, y'all can review the card fact however you want to, but it's on the record. Y'all saw who was winning, so we ain't even. That's how it is. That's how it is. So far, Light Knight has been doing a pretty good job. Taking 2 or 3 definitive losses, but hey, look.
He's holding his own. And this is your complete team when you're online, or do you use different people?
I use different people depending on it. All depends on like what I'm actually using. Now, Vegeta, I would say, is a staple, like a staple assist. He's just got one of the best assists in the game. Because he can break up enemy attacks pretty easily. There just aren't that many light type. I think the only 2 light types in the game, in terms of characters that are definitively light types, are Yugi and Yusuke. And Yugi is broken. And I mean, I guess I could use him next just to like show off for a bit. But like, Yugi is broken. And Yusuke, I just don't like. In terms of what he can do, he just feels like he trashed for me. But hey, I mean, some people gotta like him, right?
True. Brother got a halo.
Yeah, I'm about to put him back in his coffin. I hear you talking.
Really did.
Ooh, caught me in the air. That was nice. I didn't even know you built up stuff like that fast. You were getting hit a lot, though. You were getting hit a lot. We all know that Vegeta is the main character in Dragon Ball Super. I don't know that. I don't know that. I saw him get whooped 1 too many times in Dragon Ball Super. Shoot, Trunks looked more like the main character than Vegeta did. You did. Look, you're gonna die one way or the other. How you gonna take it? You wanna take him from Vegeta? Nope. You want me to step on your J's, little boy. Ooh, that was nice. Why you ain't following up? Like, alright, this is gonna be a lesson for you, friend, because you keep catching me off guard with stuff, but you ain't following up enough. Now, if you don't follow up...
Oh, he hit you with that.
He did. I was still in my attack animation. Because I definitely had my hand on the block, and I was just like, that's the only way that I could have hit. But look. Alright. Let me see you close out real quick. Let me see you close out. Okay. You keep standing there, man. I'm gonna hit you. Look at, almost got us evened up. And now you lose. You keep catching me mid. You keep catching me mid things. That's fine. Let's do this here. Thanks, Vegeta. Alright, well. that was some good stuff, I guess. He came out boxing. If he could have followed up, we could have had a match. That would have been something. The boy just kept dropping stuff. I don't know what to do with that. Look, I can admit skill when I see it. He was dodging all the moves. He was hitting things at the right time, but
didn't finish.
Even that he didn't finish, he ain't followed up with nothing. He was like, "This is gonna be enough. Look at this." Oh, see, he was trying to catch me with some Sanji bait. Trying to catch me with that Sanji bait, but you can miss me with that. Y'all gotta know that I do really like Sanji. He's got some of the best combos in the game. But
how you feel about Sabo?
Sabo's nice. I think he's pretty cool. I was actually really surprised that he got into this game. Like that was almost left field for me because I was just like, oh, you're enough of a character to be getting into stuff over other Straw Hats? Really? I mean, I know y'all got the monster trio in the game, which is good because Sanji deserves a slot because y'all be putting Zoro into stuff and not putting Sanji into stuff, and I'm like, excuse? Monster trio, not duo. The days of just Sanji and the days of Zoro and Luffy being the big two on the Straw Hat crew is over. Okay. There's a little bit of lag. I know that for a fact because I didn't even try to do that, and it just did it. This is gonna be annoying. Yeah. Okay. I'm not even mad with that. Because that connection was just horrible. It's almost I got about time for one more. I'm trying to get one last good match in.
How much do you have of the story left in Jump Force?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You got all the characters unlocked?
All the characters are playable without actually playing the story. Apparently, I think maybe Kane and Galena, the two original characters, you have to beat the story in order for them to unlock. But everybody else is here.
Nice.
Yeah, so like you don't actually have to beat the story in order to get them. You can just go online and start playing if you want to.
Cool.
Or run missions if you want to. I want to put you on because I like you.
Tension is great.
He is amazing in this game. The mix-up that he can do is ridiculous.
I'm trying to think.
For what, the DLC?
Yeah, I was looking into...
It was All Might, Bakugo, Kaiba, Biscuit, Law, Boo, Madara, and the two guys from Bleach. I was going to say, that's it. There were 9.
Cool.
9 DLC characters. I wonder who will get released first, though. That's going to be my big question. And how they're going to release it. Are they going to release it one at a time so they get 9 months of stuff? Or are they going to release, like, multiple people alongside each other?
do 2 and then the last one. I think Shoutout-2 was gonna be the first one.
So do I actually. I really do think that Kaiba will be the first one because.
And I think
either Kaiba or Madara will probably be the first.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure.
I'm already thinking they're gonna do My Hero Academia and then have at the same time.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna do Bokugo and Nite for one. Or they could mix. They could do two Bleach characters together. It just depends.
But see, then my question becomes like, who's gonna be with who on the other stuff?
Well, I was thinking about if I were to separate, I would think that Renjao and Biscuit will be there, and then Blue and the other characters would be them. Yeah, hero characters together. And then you got Water I think Waterlaw might be the final one.
I don't know because he's a One Piece character, so yeah, I don't see them like waiting with him.
So maybe
that way, yeah,
so
definitely.
maybe Waterlaw and Blue, or if the DBZ and One Piece together. But my true belief is that both My Hero characters at the same time.
Maybe. I don't know. Because I feel like putting them one at a time will help keep the game alive.
True. So you think All Might will be first before
He might be. He might be actually because he is just technically a bigger character.
You consider her being a light character?
No. If anything, I'd say she's like darkness incarnate, but
Shocked that she made it into the game Obito.
oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I'm really shocked that she made it in general.
But I couldn't see her. Not remotely.
Yeah, but I still lost. Because time was up.
行くぜ逃がさん隙ありくらえ
貴様に指図されるまでもない。
隙ありくらえ行くぜ攻撃強連続攻撃だブラック隙ありくらえ
貴様に指図されるまでもない。
くらえ
Good match. Thank you for keeping it interesting for all of my viewers. Got me out here, stop talking and everything. Well, guys, it's been a little over an hour since technically the stream started, since it got broken up into 2 videos. I'm going to be heading out to do a couple of other things so that, I can get stuff out to you guys in a timely fashion this week. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share with somebody that you think might like it as well. And if you're feeling up to it, go ahead and drop a noun, 2 verbs, and an adjective in the comments section down below. It could become the subject for a new video featuring you as a contributor. And if you really like the Plus U stuff, go ahead and check out the Patreon page. That way you can see how you can light the fuse on content you want to see in the future and get something back for it. Whew. JT, where can they find your podcast stuff? Because you've been doing some stuff. Where can we find that at?
You can find me, JT Wolf, and Hard Hits Podcast on SoundCloud. Or you can check my Instagram page at JT Wolf Creations, and I'm going to be coming out with some different material. I'm going to look into more of the horror genre and give out a podcast on that, giving my insight. You might be my first guest on that.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty hyped to be a guest on someone else's thing for a while, because we know a lot of creative people. Not too many people be asking me to be a part of stuff. So
I got you, man. Always. You've done a lot for me, and I'm really enjoying helping out with Plus U and stuff over the last year or so. So I'm truly blessed.
Thank you. I'm blessed too, man. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming out,
man.
Thanks for being a part. Hope you guys enjoyed Light Night and all of the stuff that he can do. Now, I could just honestly change elements and put the dark element, the fire element, whatever element I want on the abilities that I have right now. But I'm not going to do that for y'all. I'm going to try to come out with new abilities, new move sets and everything, new teams to complement my character as he goes through all of the elemental transformations that he can go through, and you guys gonna have to tell me which ones you like at the end when I get them through. So be sure to be on the lookout for the Sunday shoutouts in the next couple of weeks, so that way you can tell me how you're feeling. I'm Will Knight.
I'm JT Wolf.
Be brave, be bold, be you, and hopefully we will be in your future. Later.
Peace.